I'm Leo Snowden.
And I'm Alice Snowden.
I've been pretty much in Routt County and in Moffett County most of my life. I'm 79 years old. I was born in 1934. I was born over on the east slope at Weldona, Colorado. Then we moved over here when I was just a little fella. Been here pretty much since then. Lived in Steamboat most of my life, and then there in Yampa, and then we moved down here to Craig 22 years ago. And that was after I retired from the Forest Service. And since then, I've just kind of kicked around here and all and around Craig. I can remember way back when we was in sports, that the main road that comes through Craig was just 2 lanes, and you had to go out over, I think what they call Thompson Hill right now. That was the main road. There wasn't no road by the Holiday Inn and out that way to go to Meeker and down that way. They changed that, and then they made the one-way streets through Craig. Now, when I worked for the Forest Service, why, I had all the equipment management in the later part of it. To start with, I was the equipment operator. And later, I was the equipment manager for the whole Routt National Forest. That takes in all of Routt County, Moffett County, Jackson County, some of Grand County, and some of Garfield County. And then I had the road maintenance in those same counties also. And that road maintenance was with motor graders and dozers and that kind of things. And the timber industry was going pretty good at that time, so there was a lot of slash piling and so on the forest, on Black Mountain up here, and a lot of other areas around. At one time I had 3 big dozers working on the forest, just piling slash. And slash is just the leftover materials that the timber operators didn't want and wouldn't bring out of the forest. So that was kind of my job on the forest. I did go on a number of forest fires when I worked with the forest. Some was in Arizona, some of them was in California, and some of them was right here in Colorado in Moffett County and Routt County, when they had the big, what they called Sunday fire on Black Mountain up here. I run a dozer on it, putting in fire lines and so on when the big Sunday fire burnt on Black Mountain. Okay. Like I said, I was born over on the east slope. Then we come to this west slope. And I was kind of raised on a ranch. Done a lot of work out on the ranch when I was about your size, you 2 boys' size. Why, I run a mowing machine or a bull rake to bring the hay in when I was about your size, when we was putting up hay. I went to school in a number of different schools. There's 5 that I can think of right now. When the boys, there was 3 of us, we rode horses to school at 3 different schools around the country. 2 of them was on Elk River, 1 of them was on Sardis Creek, 1 of them was over on the east slope on the Platte River, where we had to ride to school every day going to school. It gets pretty cold in the wintertime riding to school. We only had 1 for a long time. We only had 1 good kid's horse. 1 of us would ride the horse. The other 2 would be on skis, pulled by the horse to go to school. And from there, I guess we just kind of grew up later years. My dad got a job in town, and we moved to town. Then in the summer times, I was always on a ranch or something most all the time when I was. All country schools. I went to several of them, and a couple of them we didn't have to ride horses to, but we could walk. But most of them are all country schools that we rode a horse to school. We moved to town when I was in the 6th grade. This is when we moved into town in Steamboat up there. And I went in 6th grade, went through high school at Steamboat. We played sports, of course, and back and forth between Craig and Steamboat, Meeker, all those places.